Well, Temo, it's just you and me. So we'll do a bit of questions, a bit of rapid fire, but let's see how we get along. See what's needed out of this. All right. So, all right. I'll start. What do you miss most about England?
Food. I definitely miss food the most. The food's nowhere close to the same here, so definitely the food, I think. And
What's your favourite then?
what's my favourite food? Roast dinner on Sunday.
Oh man, I had roast dinners when I was definitely the Yorkshire puds and all
Yeah,
that.
that's what I miss. There ain't no Yorkshire puds over here, so.
We make my Yorkshire puds, but I tell you, what I miss most about England, social, friends, the way of life. I mean, I get a good life out here, but man, I miss the scenery. Yep. Cornwall.
Yeah, well, you're from Cornwall. I live in Birmingham. A little different.
Unbelievable.
Little bit picturesque in Cornwall versus.
I also think, man, if I was back home, though, I'd still be playing. I'd still be doing the same things. Whereas I think there's a lot more opportunities here. But I certainly don't miss the weather.
Nope.
I don't. The north coast in Cornwall can be brutal. So, all right, what do you got?
I got. What's the funniest thing ever to happen to you in soccer?
Man.
There's got to be quite a few.
There has to be, but I'm trying to think of the funniest. Ball smashed in my face.
Ooh.
I've had that a few times.
What about for you players? Like, what's something that you players have done that you've just absolutely cracked up about?
Oh man, there's been a lot. So there's been kids 2 yards out skying it over the goal. There was one shot just the other day. He shot the ball. UPSL went up for a throw-in.
I remember that. I remember that.
Dog running on the field, grabbing the ball and taking off with it. I think that's. I mean, one of the craziest things I've ever seen back home in England. It was Brad Smith. It was our Storm FC team, and we had an amazing team. Brad Smith went up for a challenge. This dude didn't like it and landed on top of him, hit him, and snapped his jaw across here. And
jeez.
Dude played on for 10 minutes, and his jaw was wobbling. He goes. And I've got to go to hospital, and he had to have everything wired back up. It's crazy. He's a crazy dude. He's our youngest ever captain. Crazy dude. Brad Smith, crazy dude. Alright. If you could be a professional in any sport, what would that be?
Professional in any sport? Man, there's quite a few, but I think, for me, professional... Golf. I'd like to be a professional golf player. Actually, it sounds kind of weird coming from soccer. Travel the world. You're playing some awesome venues, and I just think I've never been really good at it, but I just like what they do. I think it takes a lot of talent to be a golf player. So
I like golf. I mean, if I was to be a professional in sport, I'd like one of these interviews before that said darts, and I probably wouldn't change too much on that, but they don't get paid very well.
No, they don't.
But it's a
great job.
It's a great job with the audience race. Yeah. I think, if I was going to look for any other sport, man, I love the game of cricket and rugby union, and I think any with that contact sport. Field hockey, man.
Field hockey is...
But it's not really a professional sport, that's the problem.
No, my dad actually played for England.
Did he really?
Yeah, and they didn't pay no money back then when he played for England.
Man.
Field hockey, it was pretty good. I got a question for you. What did you eat for lunch yesterday?
You know what? I ate Antony Penner's special. It was... my shepherd's pie.
Yep. It's
it
funny
really
you say
was.
that. I had a bit of it
as well.
that.
And man, it was one of the quickest ones I put through, but it was a pretty good.
It was
a pretty good shepherd's pie. But it says it myself.
It was delicious.
There's still some more left for me tonight.
There you go. Leftovers are the best.
So I'm sure you've been asked this many times. Who is your favourite player to watch as a child, or even now? Who's your no? Let's do now. Who's your favourite player to watch now? Professional or unprofessional? Not unprofessional that way, but amateur.
Amateur, professional. I mean, honestly, for me, it's Messi. I mean, it's Messi because I don't think there's anybody out there that could watch Messi and not get excited when he plays or when he gets on the ball. I think he just brings a lot of excitement to the game, makes it look ridiculously easy. It's just fun to watch him. For me, he's my favourite player.
So mine's a little bit different to that. I don't watch Spanish League.
Mm-hmm.
It just, unfortunately, bores me. It's not fast and quick enough, and my ADD will kick in. If I was a kid growing up, for sure, Paul Gascoigne, he was absolutely magical.
Yep.
Midfielder. So we're talking about Messi, but in midfield.
Yep.
Now, some people argue with me he's not a Messi, but you need to go back and watch some.
I know exactly who he is. He's
1990 and times like that. But I would say now, listen, I watch professional soccer, and I go and watch professional soccer when I go back to England. But really, man, we got some great looking players that I love to watch in the club.
We do.
Especially in UPSL. Gareth Garvin, amazing, just positive. To see him develop the way he's done, and for me to watch him live, what a great player he's going to be. So he's one player. Back last year, a UPS player, Brian, very good player as well. So I think in the amateur roles, I think there's some great players I love watching. When they're on the ball and they're playing well, and it's not just about a Messi type player, it's about can retain possession, are they good on both sides of the ball, in possession, out of possession, are they staying in balance, etc., etc. But if I was looking at a professional player right now, man, I do watch a lot of Premier League. I watch some Championship Division in Scotland because Partick Thistle's up there. But I would say it's tough. I mean, as a team, I think Man City have still got some quality, and of course Liverpool this day and age, or this year, that 4-3-3. They've got some great forwards, but I would still come back, man. De Bruyne, I really like watching De Bruyne. I think what he does on the ball and off of the ball is truly remarkable. You can tell if they don't have him in the team, they're going to miss him. So a bit of a long answer there, and a bit of covering both sides. But I think the amateur side is don't forget the amateur side. I watched some of my under 10 girls, 2010 girls, and 2009 girls. 2000, I mean, they're all, there's girls there, there's boys there. I mean, there's some great looking talent. 2003 girls, same thing. 01 boys, all good.
I have a question for you. Who is your favourite coach, and what makes him your favourite coach? And that could be, let's go professional, and then somebody that you've had.
Let's turn it around the other way. So amateur wise, growing up, I had a guy called Billy Curnow. And we talk about what we try and do in the club now about instilling a love in the game. Dude, he instilled it. No two ways. I would have run through brick walls for him. In fact, he turned around and goes, "Can you get a team?" By the next day at practice night, I managed to get 25 kids out at my age. We were 13, 14 years old. So I would have done a lot then, and he taught me a lot. He taught me a lot on really life as well, not just on the soccer field. So I've got a lot to owe to Billy Curnow, that's for sure, and he'll always have a special place in my heart. Post which, there's some really good coaches that I've been in contact with throughout time. Scotty Allison, Ian Birchnell, Richard Smith, Mikey Vincent, and some fantastic. Phil Roscoe's with Liverpool right now, some fantastic. Stuart Sinclair, he's the coach of the Scottish, the American national team of disability mental side of it. So fantastic coach there. But going to the professional side, I mean, everybody does Pep now. You know what? I do like and respect what he's done. I think before he came to England, I thought in Barcelona and Bayern Munich, you had the players and you had the league. But I think he's been tested. And to still, with all the injuries he's got and everything else with this year, he can still bring it. I mean, when you go pound for pound, Liverpool's got the players right now. Klopp's doing a fantastic job, of course. Both on his style of play and the way he likes it being played, but Pep's still there I mean, you play a midfielder and centre back for most of the year and still second place in the league. I mean, but I think Brendan Rodgers going to Scotland and coming back down again, joining a Leicester team that really, I guess, had potential all that time, that are sitting third right now, possibility of second. I know they got beat the other day, but man, he's doing phenomenal. And then of course you got Bournemouth with manager in England right now. I think he does a great job as well. So it's not that I think I've got a favourite coach. I think I like watching enough games and enough analysing the coaches that I can hopefully rub off on me a little bit and help my coaching style. What about you?
Me, man, I'm the same. I like Pep. I think that what he's doing, what he did at Barcelona was unreal, and then he did it at Bayern too. But he did have the players. But I do like Klopp right now too. I like what he's done with Liverpool. I think he's changed Liverpool into a completely different squad. So.
I think there's an argument to be said. They've got the players. They spent the money on the players. So, and yes, they're great coaches. But you got coaches at Palace, and you got coaches like Bournemouth. I mean, Steve Bruce at Newcastle. Of course, I'm a Newcastle fan, and I really didn't think Bruce was going to do a job. All down the lower end. I mean, Watford. You just take Watford. He's going to steady the ship, and I mean, he may not get out of trouble. Villa, same thing. They're doing amazing work down there to not get blasted. Southampton, same thing, to get blasted. And sometimes I think with players you've got, and you're able to stay in a league such as the Premier League, and of course that's the league I watch mostly. Man, there's something to be said about that. I think there's some tremendous coaches that you can learn from them as well, because they probably don't have as much the talent as the teams, or the depth within the squad, or the
Nope.
coverage of injuries.
Absolutely.
And I think really there's a lot. So I think that the question was, who is my favourite? I just don't have one. I just think I like to take on board and to learn and to watch and observe all of them, and hopefully take a piece from each that can improve my coaching repertoire, if you like. So, jeans or trousers?
Jeans.
All day long.
All day. No,
when I was a kid, I never owned a pair of jeans.
No,
I look back at my photograph.
I didn't either. I didn't either. That's all jeans.
Absolutely crazy. What you got?
I got a good question actually. More relating to Storm. What's been the highlight of your career coaching for Storm?
Man, there's been a few. So state games in America, winning the national title 3 times with the 95 boys, phenomenal. The 00 boys, I had them since they were 10. They were dropped on my doorstep, literally, by a coach. And then, man, you know, we were told, or we were presumed that team was really a team that wasn't going to go anywhere. And they went to the Nationals. They went to the Nationals, at NPL Nationals. They went deep into the State Cup games, which is unheard of really for some of the independent teams there at the time. So, man, there's been some highs. The other thing is just to look and see where we are now and what we're doing.
Yep.
I mean, just this alone.
Yep.
I think to look to what we were 15 years ago to what we are now is amazing. And I think the people we have on board and the people that are involved in the club, both coaches, both staff, both board, are unbelievable. We've got people that continue to stay with the club even though their kids have graduated off, and they're 100% involved, and I love that. And I think there's a real family feel about the club. So I think there's a couple of things. I mean, you know, what's the best thing? Man, there's a lot of things about this club and just the impact that we've had on people's lives. I mean, we take teams back to England. I've got guys in England that never would have met, or even in the United States, that would never have met each other if it wasn't for the club and for me. So I think that's cool as well. What made you want to come Storm?
Me, honestly, I wanted to get into coaching full time, and I think that you took me on as a coach and gave me that opportunity. But you know, what made me want to come to Storm more was, you know, we spoke and we had that meeting and we spoke, and I liked what Storm was doing. I think the concept and the values and all that kind of stuff was good, and it's not like a regular club. I don't think any other clubs do what Storm does, and that's what drew me here to Storm.
Cool, you're gonna be good at it. All right, favorite type of TV show, TV show, I guess.
My favorite type of TV show is probably reality documentary.
Yeah, that's mine, documentaries.
Yeah,
I'm bad for documentaries, and my wife hates it. So.
You can always learn something from documentaries, so that's why I like them.
What about your music?
Music? Man, honestly, I like all music. My sister did a lot of music, and I played a lot of music when I was in high school, so I mean, my genre of music is pretty wide. I think I listen to almost everything, even opera.
Like a bit of opera. I love opera. So mine's eclectic for sure.
Oh, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what that is.
It's a wide array of different music, but my go-to, of course, I like 80s. I'm a big, not just 80s.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking early 80s, like haircut 80s. So most of the people in America don't understand what type of music that would be, but Spandau Ballet, Duran, fantastic stuff, you know. And then I also like your Dire Straits, your Fleetwood Macs, and then I'll go and DJ house music and trance. And then the one thing I can't do is like heavy metal rock, and I can't do like that crazy rap they've got now.
Mm-hmm.
That's not me.
No, it's not. I'm not a big fan of that.
And that drum and bass, I can't do all that either. So no doubt, like, you know, when the kids are a bit older, all the kids here, they'll be listening to me like, what is that?
Yep,
that's exactly what my parents said to me when I was listening. So.
Yep.
You got anything else?
I do actually. Do you have any special talents? The kids?
Do I have any special talents? Well, I balance the ball on my head for a long period of time,
That's
which
cool.
is always what the kids want to see and they try and copy.
Yep.
Apart from that, man, you know, one thing that inspires me is watching America's Got Talent or Britain's Got Talent, whatever that is. Man, those guys have got talent. If I compare myself to them, I've got zero.
Yep.
I'm absolutely a big fat zero on talent, but I'm
too.
sure I have something. I just haven't worked out what it is yet.
Yep.
I'm pretty good at coaching.
Yep. That's a good talent. That's a good one.
Tank top or tee?
Tee. Not a tank top fan, to be
No,
honest.
no.
If I had some guns, I'd probably wear a
Dude, I'm too white.
Yeah.
You don't want to see this in a tank top.
If I had some big muscles, I'd probably wear a tank
It's
top.
like tinfoil.
Tee.
What's your dream car?
Dream car. Ooh, good one. Gotta be Lamborghini. Big
Which
fan.
one?
Hey, I do like the new SUVs. They got an SUV and a Lamborghini.
Yeah, you do know Lamborghini first started tractors, right?
No way. I didn't know
Straight
that.
up.
That's a good
I had a
fact.
friend back home.
Just learned something
He
new.
went to go to tractor shows, and Lamborghini that's how they started. They started building tractors. So they went from tractors to supercars.
Yeah, to
It's
millions,
got to tell you, right?
millions and millions.
Nice.
Hey,
Still only Volkswagen.
I didn't know that. How about
So
yourself?
Lamborghini.
What's yours?
So I've got cars are my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely my thing.
You're a big
So
fan of cars.
so Porsche. If I was going to go for my dream car, Porsche 550 Spider, 1950.
I do know Spider.
I ain't for 2 million. Ain't happening unless I'm going to get a toy car one. If I was looking realistic as a dream car, and not even a dream car, just a car that I'd like to go with. I mean, I'm you know, I like driving Porsches. There's no two ways about it. The drive is unbelievable. It's not about the brand or anything. It's just an unbelievable car, and you looked after them. But I like the Aston Martins. But I'm a big James Bond fan.
Yeah,
If I could have been James Bond, that would have been my other job.
Yep.
But I also like, so I like Aston Martin hand built. I do like Aston Martins a lot. But I do like a couple of other cars that are out there. So the Porsche 911 would be a car I get. The Rolls Royce is it's an everything about Britain. It's everything.
It is.
I know it's not built much, but it's still Coachworks. It's an unbelievable car. So a good looking, like it either have to be a 1960s Rolls Royce, Silver Shadow or Corniche, or you'd have to go to something now with the suicide doors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those look amazing right now. The 80s and 90s, forget it. Rolls Royce looked bad.
Yeah.
Even Aston Martin looked bad then.
Yeah.
There's certain times that you needed to buy cars, but a Maserati, I always like the Maseratis, the early door Maseratis. But I like cars, man. They're always bad. If I had the money and I had the means and the way to drive them, I'd probably have a collection. Yeah. Back from the English Spitfire, the GT6s, the TR4As, the Frog Eyes, the TR7s. Every car that I think would be important to the generation and to the build to where we are now. Yeah, absolutely. Lancia Delta Rally, unbelievable. Renault 5 GT Turbo, yeah. Mm-hmm. Just certain types of cars throughout history, so absolutely. So I love this. What's going to be a celebration if you got to score a goal?
Yeah. I don't even know, man. Because honestly, I've never really scored many goals, so I've never had to celebrate it. To be honest, I normally just run around the old Alan Shearer.
Did I just score that?
Yeah. It's happened. I promise I've done it, but yeah, I've never really thought about that, to be honest. But probably if my parents were there, I'd run into the stands, celebrate with them. I don't really score goals.
So going to any sporting events, is there any like vivid memories or times that you just keep going back to? You think that, man, that was maybe amateur, not just watching England or whatever, or Villa, I guess, winning years ago now, unfortunately, but still closer to Newcastle.
Mm-hmm.
Can you remember where you're at, what you were doing, how you felt with some of those things? Is there a moment in time that you can remember right off the bat?
When I went to watch a Villa game actually, and they played Lille from out of France, and I won some tickets at this soccer camp, and I went down to watch it. I'll never forget it. Peter Crouch was playing for him, so it was a long time ago. And that's just one game that I remember, just because I won those tickets from this event, and it was just a good game of football. Yeah. How about yourself?
Oh, hands down, I was in England Euro '96, and
Euro '96.
So I was at the game where Gascoigne put it over Colin Hendry.
Wow.
So they just saved, David Seaman just saved the penalty, put it down Anderson, Sitnote was playing. I remember the ball was coming to Gascoigne, and there was only, I think, a month before that they were in Singapore or Thailand or somewhere, I don't remember where it was, and they were accused of doing the dentist chair and stuff like that. And I remember the goal scored by Gascoigne, it was absolutely phenomenal. And that was at Wembley. And I was at Wembley at that time,
experience.
and the place went crazy. But then I also went to watch in Euro '96. So I went to watch a few games in Euro '96, and I went to Villa Park.
Really?
And I watched the Euro '96 game at Villa Park. Holland, it was Holland, and who else was in that group? It was England's group, I think, because I think England played Holland. But it was Euro '96, having everything in England. It was part of the weather was phenomenal. The songs we were singing,
always a plus.
And I remember it's coming home. Man, that was out on the Euro '96. That was the song for Euro '96 with Badil and all that.
I was 6 years old then.
Oh my gosh! But for me, that was unreal, and I only wish that I was here you know, in '94 in the USA. But of course, we've got the World Cup coming in 2010
Yeah,
between
we do.
Mexico, Canada, and here. Some coming to Dallas. So I hope to think that I still get that energy and buzz. But I would say on the other side, 2003, England won the World Cup, and I remember exactly where I was on that day, and it was phenomenal. And we beat. Yeah, it was New Zealand we beat them. It was unbelievable, the All Blacks. It was unbelievable winning those things. So those are the kind of things that I remember for sure. But Euro '96 would always, I mean, I will remember that year till the summer of '96. And I bet if you ask a lot of people around my age that were going to those games, they would say exactly the same thing. And I think there's documentaries out there that say the same thing. So absolutely. You got anything else? Favorite city in the world? Without being Birmingham.
Without being Birmingham. Barcelona. It's just a great place to be for me. I went there every year, every single year. Family vacation.
Well, let's do it. So, what about a city that you would like a city that you hope or would like to become your favourite place that you've not been to?
Good question.
How about that? Or country?
Somewhere in Italy, I think.
Not now.
Not now.
You don't want to go now.
No, I don't want to go now. Definitely not now. Yeah, but yeah, probably when that stuff clears up. Probably Italy. Probably Italy. I think the culture and the lifestyles. So it'd be nice to learn about that. The food. I can't imagine what the food's like. Just, you know, those Mediterranean countries, lifestyle is completely different to everywhere else. So I'd like to go check Italy out for sure. I've been to Greece and that was great. So Italy would be nice too. So.
Yes. For me, you know, there's nothing. You don't realise how good home is until you don't live there anymore.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that right there.
True.
So I mean, I absolutely love Aspen. I could certainly live there. That's for sure. The snow might do my head in.
Winter or summer? Both.
Actually, a bit of winter, but a lot of summer. There's so much to do in the summer. There's a lot to do there. But there's places I want to go to. I mean, you know, I've always had my 50th birthday coming up. I've always had this idea that I want to do Bulgaria, Croatia, the Eastern Bloc, European countries where wine and you can do a lot of the things that those countries are really renowned for. But I think for me, even though I want to go and do that, and I will do that, Moscow and all the rest of them there, Japan and Iceland, and there's two freaking wide apart, but Iceland and Reykjavik are supposed to be absolutely stunning. And Japan, I'm intrigued. Just
check it out.
Yeah, check it out. Well, there's so much different. You can go from skiing in the north of Japan and the islands of Japan, skiing and it's freezing cold, right down to Tokyo and Yokohama, places like that. That are just
it's like 1 in a million chance.
Just like I said, yeah. So I think if I had to go, and hopefully it'd be the place. But there's other places, Morocco, Jerusalem.
Maybe one day after you retire,
retire. What's retire?
Go on your travels and.
Well, that's the end, I guess, of our rapid fire or questions. Thank you, Temo.
Thank you, Antony.
Great job.
Perfect.